And if you think to yourself, I am responsible for all the good things that happen to me, why would you only claim that? Why would you say, I am only responsible for the good things that happen to me? The bad things? No. I'm not responsible for those things. What we're trying to get at here is that, one, you are in charge one way or the other, either by omission or commission. Commission, you make it happen. Omission is you don't really admit it, right? You are in charge one way or the other of the things that happen to you. And if you can accept that, then you can be free, because now you are in charge. And there's two ways that you can do this. You either accept that you are the doer of everything that happens is your fault, or you accept that you are nothing. So either you do everything and everything's your fault, or you are nothing and nothing is your fault. But you have to pick one and stick with it. You can't jump back and forth, because that creates confusion in the mind. The mind then says, oh, well, maybe this, well, maybe that. No. You pick one, you settle on it, you stick with it. And what effect does that have from a mental level? The effect is it doesn't give the mind anything to think about anymore, right? Because if you're responsible for everything, there's no more blame. If you're not responsible for everything, there's no more blame. The whole point is there's no more blame. That's what we're aiming for here. But again, consider that a universe exists to provide souls a field in which to express. The universe is here for you to experience what you're experiencing. That's it. The universe is not perceived by those who have transcended it. It continues to be perceived by all who abide in it. We relate to the physical realm while we are here. We do not see it after we have departed. While it is possible for some souls in astral realms to mentally and spiritually communicate with souls in the physical world, this does not commonly occur. Okay, so from a cosmic level, this is saying that once you are done with this level of existence, you don't perceive it anymore. It's still there, but it's not there for you. And we can tie this in again to what we were talking about earlier, just previously. If you run in a certain crowd and you transcend your attachment or your identification with that crowd, and you start running with another crowd, you don't hang out, you don't see those people anymore. So it can work on that level too. If you have a predisposition to sadness or anger, and you transcend that attachment to sadness and anger, again, you stop experiencing those things which cause that for you. So this sutra has multiple implications. And mainly the idea is that things can still be there for others who are in that space, even while you have transcended it. Okay? 23. Interactions between the pure essence of supreme consciousness and the forces of nature cause units of pure consciousness to be individualized. Now again, we're getting a little bit more esoteric. Roy writes, the enlivening aspect of supreme consciousness that shines on and is reflected from the field of primordial nature continuously produces units of pure consciousness. Units of pure consciousness which are identified with the objective nature inhabit causal, astral, physical realms and flow between them as they experience events of entry and departure, which are commonly referred to as birth and death. All right. Causal, astral, and physical realms. We are in the physical realm. You can hear the wall, you walk around on solid ground. The astral realm, this would be more likened to like a person's dream states. It's more emotional. Things can manifest more spontaneously. It is, if you think of it like the energetic blueprint or pattern in which things are created from. Yogananda once talked about how he could see people's astral bodies or their energetic bodies, and that certain body parts would be bigger than others in these astral body parts and whatnot, and that usually the body grew into that image of the astral body. Okay, so that's what sustains our image of ourself. And so, for example, if you are a skinny person and really thin, and that is your astral idea of yourself, and you start changing your mind, your emotions, your thoughts, your energetic pattern to be more muscular, more fit, you have to change that first before the physical will actually change. Again, one person I know, he's been trying forever to get stronger, a little bit bigger muscularly, more fit looking. He does everything under the sun that you could imagine. I mean, he has got it down to a science, but it doesn't work. And I know why it doesn't work, because if you talk to him, his thoughts about himself and his self-image are not in line with what he wants to accomplish. So the thoughts, the feelings, the self-image, that gives us a clear view of what the astral body is like. The causal realms, this is beyond emotions in a sense and beyond the physical world. It's like a realm of pure thought. It is pure being, but with only thought involved. And beyond that is pure consciousness, which transcends it. 24, lack of self-awareness causes a mistaken sense of self. And 25, removal of the illusional sense of self results in liberation of consciousness. Okay, so we'll finish reading Mr. Davis's commentary on these two, and then we'll break for meditation and lunch. So 24, lack of self-awareness causes a mistaken sense of self. Units of pure consciousness identified with cosmic forces and aspects of nature that have assumed an illusional sense of independent selfhood are referred to as souls. It is only the deluded soul nature that is in need of being saved from a condition of limitation. Our essence of being is ever pure. For many centuries, philosophers and theologians have promoted a variety of theories regarding the means by which confused souls might be able to have a conscious relationship with God. Believing a religious creed or doctrine cannot solve the problem, nor can mechanical performance of ritual, good works, blind faith, unenlightened prayer, passive meditation practice, or devotion to someone who is presumed to be a savior. The only way to have awareness restored to wholeness is to awaken through the stages of spiritual growth, from ordinary awareness to self-realization, God-realization, and liberation of consciousness. And 25, removal of the illusional sense of self results in liberation of consciousness. And Roy writes, liberation of consciousness occurs when self-awareness is no longer identified with ego consciousness, modified mental states that constitute attributes of nature and cosmic forces.